Hello, hello, Josie here. Are you ready for the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? And are you sure? Okay, here we go. I was just parked in this store parking lot, and I was deciding whether I was going to go in or not. And there was a guy that came out that was wearing a shirt that said chill, chill on the front. And then I saw him, and then I looked over and I saw a coffee truck, and it said community on the side. And I just chuckled. I chuckled. First of all, he was cute, he was attractive. And he was displaying and showing a lot in the front area. And I'm thinking, chill, goodness, you're showing off what you got. Trying to give everybody kind of a rush or, everybody to look at you or, check you out. That's not a lot of chill. Not a lot of chill there. Trying to stir things up. Get people interested. Get people looking at you. Possibly want to come up and talk to you, and you might be suggesting that you want to do more than just chill. And then community, right? Thinking about community. Like, not all communities, but most communities, you'd want to be in a community that had a very chill, relaxed vibe to it. You get along with everybody, your neighbors. You have different events and functions in your neighborhood. You might, invite people over for dinner, and every day, you just appreciate that you are living in a community that is so chill, so cool, respectful, kind, considerate, neighborly. I'm going somewhere with this. Now, unfortunately, you have some people that have no chill. They have no chill. You have some people that could give a damn about community and being a good example or a good representative within their community. You have some people that are fucking toxic. And you've heard the saying, one bad apple spoils the bunch. Well, yeah, that's true, yeah. But what if you had, a dozen bad apples, or 2 dozen, or 3 dozen, or 4 dozen bad apples in a community, and they have no chill, they have no couth, they have low morals and values, and just, they're doing everything but being chill. So what if there was individual in a community that was chill, was cool, and one of those bad apples doesn't like it. One of those bad apples doesn't believe it, because they're a bad apple. And they've seen other bad apples. What usually happens, either that good apple becomes bad, or that good apple gets picked and removed from that community. Or the bad apples get I'm really tired of being around bad apples that are desiring to turn good apples bad. I desire to be around chill people, a community that is respectful of others, respectful of themselves. You know, it's draining. It's draining to be around that all the time. Not only is it draining, if you're someone that tries and or wants people to do well, to be successful, be happy, be chill, and they're not receptive to it because they actually enjoy being a bad apple, and they actually like to be around other bad apples, and they like to destroy good apples, there's nothing but you can really do except to remove yourself and or put yourself out there to be picked. So God has a lot of apples, good apples, all over, that He has picked, chosen to be placed in certain environments, in certain areas, to show people that there is another way, to be an example. But if you take things too far, if you do too much, if you try to sacrifice, slander, bully one of His apples that He has chosen and picked for His purpose, for His good, for His use, if you abuse and mistreat that person, if you lie and deceive and steal from that person, from that child of His, He's going to remove His child. And that's going to give way for another bad apple to come in where you had a good apple. And that bad apple is going to put those other bad apples to shame. I said it. It's going to be amazing what God can do, what God will allow, especially after He has given someone, a community, someone, His child, to be a blessing to that area. When He removes that child, those blessings go. That protection leaves, and more danger comes in. The same bad apples that had the opportunity and chose to do the wrong thing against you and I. They will desire and or wish that they had done right by us. They will realize that we were actually there to better as well as to help others. And they will know that they were the cause and the reason why we left those areas. And there will be judgment from God for everything that they did. That is also how God gets people over to His side, to see things and do things in His way. That is how you have bad apples that reform and then go to God's side. So either way, we were a blessing to them, whether they liked it or not. A lot of them did not expect to shift their perspective, their attitude. But when God leashes back onto them what they have done to others, and they have first-hand experience of what it feels like to go through those things, that is how God releases His vengeance, His wrath, and gives them a final opportunity and chance to do the right thing. Gotta go. Bye.